All right, I know it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take me ever to upload it, but it is what it is. Okay. Right, so here it says graph each function, right? So we got f of x is x minus 2 and 3x, right? And then we have x minus 2 if x is less than -1, and 3x if x is greater than or equal to -1. Right now, we're not worried about this. We're gonna handle this later. We wanna make sure we get these two on here, all right? That's the goal. Before we get into that, I want you guys to come here. All right, everyone see this? Come on. See it. The camera's only facing the board. Come up. Jeez, what is it like? Y'all just see a crocodile here, I don't want to come up. This is bad. All right, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. What's m? B? Y-intercept, right? The slope is the rate of change, right? Or you can also measure it by rise over run. And a y-intercept is the starting value, or origin, which is the beginning, and it's the value of y when x equals 0. So x and y, right? X is the input and y is the output. So let's say you got $5, right? And someone gives you $1. How much do you have now? 6. You input $1 into the $5 you already had, and the output is $6. That's how you can think of x and y. All right? Does that make sense? All right. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do for y equals mx plus b. And here, I'm going to put in orange, y equals mx plus b. Now for x minus 2, when you see an x here and there's no number here, aka coefficient, it is always a 1. Okay? And the 1 is called the coefficient. Remember when I was telling you that this right here is multiplication? This means 1 times x. 1 is multiplying the variable, which is x. This 3x here means 3 times x. This 3, which is the coefficient, is multiplying the x, all right? And then if you don't understand that, you can look at the video and hear me repeat it again, right? So say, hey, this is another thing you said. Got the video, you can look back at it, rewind it all 100 times, right? Makes life easier. Okay, now, 1, right? Will this be the M or the B? Okay, the M, right?
See the equation, guys. Y equals to?
What's going to be the B? Yeah. 1 is the M. What's going to be the B? Meaning 2.
Negative 2.
Right. So this addition turns to. What does this addition turn to? Minus. And then what goes in B? What's B? 2. What goes here? What goes here? See? Y equals 1x minus 2. Now, let's go to here. Y equals mx plus b. We have just 3x here, right? What would the 3 be? The m or the b?
M.
Say it again? M, right? Is there a b here?
No.
Is there a b? So what will go here? There's nothing to represent b. What represents nothing? What number represents nothing? 0. Right? There's no b here, right? So what would you put a 0 in place of it? Or you can leave it as it. You can leave it blank. Right? So plus, and then what goes here?
X.
What goes here?
Y equals.
See? Now, we got this, we got the equation. Now we got to figure out how we're going to put this in the graph, right? So there's 2 things. We got the slope and the y-intercept, right? What you want to start with first, the slope or the y-intercept? Slope. Okay. Slope on a graph, use rise over run. So rise goes up and run. Can you run to the sky? Right? You can only run across, right? You can only go horizontally. You can only go this way, right? You can only go this way. So that's across. Run never goes up or down, right? Run only goes horizontal.
If it is negative, the slope is negative, you're running.
You come.
That's fine, that's fine. If the slope is negative, you're running which direction? If the rise is negative.
Well, you can't run positive or negative.
Up or down, right?
Yeah.
But if the rise is negative, which direction are you,
You're gonna go up.
moving? Are you moving up or down?
Can you repeat again?
If the rise, right? You see, we have the arrow that indicates up, right? But if the rise is negative, where are you moving? Up or down?
No. Down, right. But you kind of said it like this. You was like, where's it going?
Up or down. And the same thing on the X, right? The run, where are you
Does the
going?
run ever go down or up?
No.
No. Can I run this way? Oh, wait, you get the point. You get the point. Can I run that way? Can I run this way? Right? I can only go horizontally. I can only go this way or that way, right?
Right.
I'm gonna edit that out. All right, so rise, right? Now, this is where it gets tricky. We want the rise to equal, we want the slope to equal 1, right? So, what would the rise, what goes up here is the rise? The slope needs to equal 1, right? That's our slope, right?
But
No.
you need a run, you only have the rise.
We need the rise and the run. The rise is going to be 1, and the run is going to be 1. Because 1 divided by 1 equals, what's 1 divided by 1? 1.
When
Because this line means division. See this line right here?
I know when you division,
Yeah.
why divide?
well, let's put it this way, the slope
Yeah.
is a division. The slope is a fraction. You must
Yeah.
have a fraction.
Isn't this a fraction right
Find the
here?
slope, because you need two terms, right? Two things, one to run and another one to rise. So, but in this case, in this expression, they're only giving you one value, which is what? Mr. Hamilton said that is the rise. You are missing the run, right? And the only way that you can turn that into a division or fraction is by saying, what number do I divide 1 that gives me 1? Right? In this case, it's 1. Right? What number do I, if your rise is 2, right?
Good example.
Only 2 positive, and you say, but I don't have the run. I'm confused, right? I don't have the run, so how can I graph this?
Okay, so
And then you
as she
divide
said,
by
right?
the number.
The rise is 2, right? What would be our slope is 2, right? Like she said. If our rise is 2, what's going to be our run? 2 divided by what number gives you 2? Right. You understand now?
And now you have a rise and a run, which is a fraction or a division.
And I'm gonna show you why this is so clutch. So now let's do the slope for this over here.
You start with a different.
Yeah, we're gonna do it here.
Because I'm trying to confuse.
Okay, we're gonna do it here. Let's our slope. Yeah, our slope here is 3, right? Our slope here is 3, right? So for our rise, put rise here and run. Right. If our rise would be
So
what?
your slope is gonna be a rise?
No, the rise over run is our slope. The rise and the run makes our slope. Because the rise divided by our run is going to give us our slope, which is 3. So what would our rise be? If the slope is 3, what goes up here?
3.
3. Right? And 3 divided by what number gives us 3?
1.
Because you need your run.
See?
Are you running left or right? So you don't have that part.
And because, thank you for adding that, because our slope is positive, are we going up or down? Up. So we're going up, right? And then we're going across. We're going up 3 and across 1, right? Here, we're going, up 1 and across 1. Now, let's do our Y-Intercept. So,
Mr. Hamilton?
yes, right here.
No, we not want to get more.
So, remember, coordinates is an X value and a Y value, right? So, definition of the Y-intercept, right? You want to read this?
Value of y when x equals 0.
So our B is what?
Minus 2.
Negative.
Negative 2.
Negative 2, right? That's going to go as our Y. Okay? Now, what's going to be the value of x? Read the definition.
1.
The value of y when x equals
1x.
0.
the value of y. Our y is negative 2, right? Our y is negative 2, right? The value of y when x equals,
0.
what's x going to be?
0.
Everybody.
0.
Let's go over here.
Isn't that what we have?
Our B is our Y-intercept, right? The B is our Y-intercept, right?
Yep.
So this is our Y-intercept here, right? The value of y will be 0, right? 0. Now, what is our x going to be?
3.
Read the definition.
0.
Right. The value of y is 0 when x equals
0.
simple. And I'm going to take pictures of these and email to you guys, right? Everything's going to be here. Now that we have this information, we can graph. So I'm going to use 2 different colors. I'm going to use orange for this. This is going to be an orange. And what color should I use for this? Something bright that can stand out.
You have red?
Yeah, red.
Red.
The number on the numbers on the graph. I'm gonna use green. So what goes here? What number is here?
Right at the center.
0.
Right? No, 1 second. Right at the center. What goes at the center? Okay.
What is this called? What is this called? The beginning of the graph. The origin. Hmm?
It starts with 0. I don't know.
This is the origin of the graph right here. The beginning, right? It starts at 0. Now up here, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
What axis is this?
Y.
Y. What axis is this?
X.
Right. So positive. Count.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What about here? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Right.
2, 3, 4, 8 is 5, 6, 8 is 7, 8 is 8, 9.
Here, positive or negative?
positive.
Positive.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here, positive or negative?
Negative.
Ooh, shoot. Perfect. Now, oh, red, right? You want to do this first or this first?
Orange.
Red? Red? Okay. Red. So, 1x minus 2, we're going to start with our y-intercept, right? Where, can someone point to me on the graph, 0, negative 2? Where is 0, negative 2?
2 and
Where? 0, and then where's negative 2 on the y? You got x?
On the y?
Yeah, on the y. Right. That's our point. That's where we started. See that? Now, from here, we can use our slope, a rise or a run. So from here, how much am I going up?
1.
And then across?
1.
See? Up. How many? Up. How much?
1.
Up. From here to here is 1, right?
Yep.
From here to here is
1.
1. Going up 1 and then cross 1. Once I go up, I gotta restart to go across.
Remember,
So
up 1.
up 1 and then across,
2.
up
1.
Cross.
and across,
1.
up,
And then cross.
across,
1.
up,
1.
across,
1.
and then you see that? I'm not gonna have y'all repeat that 1,000 times.
You know that goes a line
Yeah.
that way down. But
Then-
just remember, Mr. Hamilton is saying up. What the words meaning what?
Rise.
Rise.
Right.
When he's saying
Cross.
cross, what is the term that should be
Run.
used? Run. Okay, that's
Now-
what he's saying. Up.
I wanna get this part too, right? So I'm gonna go the opposite way. So I'm gonna go down and do 1 and across 1. right?
Yep.
So down,
1,
across,
1.
and I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this. Because now, right, if I go from here to here, it's an up 1 and across 1.
Yeah.
So I just want to get this part too, and I'm gonna show you why I want to go all the way down to as far as I can go. So down 1, across 1, 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 down 1, across 1. And then what I do? What's the last part when you plot
Make
points?
a line.
Right. Now, please bear with me. Oh, I got it. There we go.
Got it?
Now I'm gonna put, should I put the name of the equation on it, or you guys know that it's 1x minus 2 already? You want me to label it? That is,
Is it 1x minus?
you want me to label it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm put it like right here. Y equals 1x minus 2. All right?
Can I say something, Mr. Howard?
Yes.
This is exactly a problem that if you take the regions, the algebra 1 regions, this is a problem that you will have to solve, okay? And one of the things, the instructions, when you read the instructions, will ask you to label your graph, right? If it is your line, it takes points. The person who's grading your test will take points because you didn't label your graph, okay? In this case, that line. You okay, honey?
I'm good. Oh, I ain't got a beverage. Oh. What?
What did you eat?
Oh, no.
Lemon? Muffin?
Oh, I don't have my mouth. Pause. That was good. I want my mask smell like cornbread. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's do the other one. Woo! That was good. All right. It's dry corn.
Wash it down.
All right.
Excuse my smacking.
All right. So, yeah, we got to 0, right? We're gonna start with the Y-Intercept, the origin. Because someone point to 0, 0.
In the middle.
Knock them in the middle.
Right here?
Mhm. Now, from this point, we're going up. How far are we going up?
3.
Across?
1.
Count.
1, 2, 3.
And across?
1. 1, 2, 3. Cross 1. 1, 2, 3. 1.
And then that's as far as down. Now here, I'm going down 3 and across.
1, 1, 2, 3. Cross.
Same point. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And that's as far as we go. And then what do I do next?
The line.
Ooh, you see the knees? Ooh. Ooh. All right, so now I'm gonna put it up here. Y equals. I'm gonna put it down here. Y equals 3x. Okay, now we're gonna worry about the inequalities. So I'm gonna highlight that. So x minus 2 if x is less than -1. Can someone point to -1 on the x-axis? Can someone point to -1 on the x-axis? Where's the point to?
Negative 1.
Right here, right? Yeah. So for 1x minus 2 is a red, right? So you see this our 1x minus 2, right? This is our graph, right? Our equation of the line, right? So for here, right? Am I gonna highlight the left of this equation or the right of it? If it's less than. Am I going to the left or to the right? The left. So you see for this whole equation, everything at -1 to the left, I'm gonna highlight, okay? And is it open or closed?
Close.
Open.
Open. If it's less than or greater than, it's open. If it's less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, it's closed. Remember that? Remember we did that yesterday. That's why we did that yesterday. Yeah, this is to help y'all. This is to help y'all. That's why we did that assignment yesterday. You see why we're doing it now? It's always a method to my madness. Okay, so open circle, right? And we're gonna. Is that good? We're gonna highlight that part. Now, for 3x, if x is greater than or equal to -1. So for orange, right? Is it gonna be open or closed? Closed. I'm gonna do that here, right? Now, are we going to the right of this line or to the left?
Right.
Greater than or equal to. What, you said you was right. Or if it's greater than or greater than or equal to, which direction are we always going?
Right.
To the right. Greater than, right? Because look at x is -1, right? Everything to the right of -1 is greater than or less than. Every value greater than -1 to the right of it, right? Are these values greater than -1 or less than? Greater than, that's why we're going to the right. Is that clear? So we're gonna highlight everything, so closed circle, right? And then everything to the right of it. See that?
Yep.
And that's what I want you to do. So I want you to get this down, right, on your notebook, on your worksheet, and number the points in the graph them, copy this down, and then we'll be done for the day, and you'll do B for homework.
Any questions?
Any questions? Yes.
Any
You got it?
And Dave?
Can you give me the